Shields up, Ironbreakers, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Another day, another weapon overview, and today's weapon overview is indeed very special. That is because, of course, this is the Gunlance, which is my main weapon, my favorite weapon in the series. I absolutely love it. The design of the Gunlance that they've done for Monster Hunter Wilds, the first Gunlance that they've showed looks absolutely phenomenal. You can see it right here. I can't wait to jump in. Looks like our character is going to be using the Ingot armor set, which, interestingly enough, also features one of my favorite pieces of armor in the game, which is the little metal skirt with the red cloth and the stuff. I love that. There was a lot of cosmetic sets that I worked on in both World and Rise, where that was usually a staple in my armor. So it's like this was custom made for me. So allow me to just savor it a little bit. But let's jump in here because there is one thing that I got to bring up right from the get-go, and that is the fact that considering all of the weapon overviews that we have gotten so far, clearly the Gunlance is the most important one. And you guys are going to be like, well, why are you saying that? I haven't even seen the video yet, mind you. But I can tell you this one's the most important one. You want to know why? What is the most valuable currency of human existence? It is time. Because it is the one currency that you cannot get back no matter what you do. Time that is spent, you can't get that back. Like, that's it. It's gone forever. Everybody has like a limited life expectancy. This is getting really existential. The point is, time is valuable, and I'm wasting a lot of yours. But if we take a look at the runtime of all of the weapon overviews so far, you have the Greatsword clocking in at 51 seconds, the Heavy Bowgun clocking in at 48 seconds, the Insect Glaive clocking in at 52 seconds, but the Gunlance is the most important one because it clocks in at a whopping 1 minute and 5 seconds. But anyway, let's actually jump into the video. Weapon with a long reach and the ability to fire explosive shells. Oh, I love the meaty sound. Use side steps to make small positioning adjustments. Guard against even the most powerful of attacks. Utilize a variety of powerful shell-based attacks. Oh my god! Bro! Okay, so you know how when you play a weapon and you become familiar with it, right? And you can like point out, oh, I know that move. I know that move. Oh, that move is different. That move is new. Oh, that move is new. With the Gunlance right here, I'm just going like, wait, that's a new move. Oh, that's another one. Oh, look, another one. Oh, another new move. This is a new weapon. We're talking like this feels like on the level of what they've done with Hunting Horn for Rise. Which turns out that a lot of people that enjoyed the more traditional Hunting Horn didn't actually like that. But I think it's going to be different for Gunlance. This looks absolutely phenomenal. So let's see if I can actually break this all down, because this is absolute insanity over here. Okay, so first and foremost, Ingot set. Like I said, I've already said in another video, absolutely love the design of this Gunlance. I think it looks phenomenal. I love the design of the shield. A lot of people were pointing out, oh, that's actually not steampunkish, that's leather. When I first saw this shield, I thought that some of this stuff was actually like brass or copper, but it actually does seem like it's more leathery type materials applied to it. I still absolutely love it. I love the fact that it's got like this little metal piece on the center. I don't know. I just really dig that, and I love the big chunker metal up top, and I just feel like this is super well done. I love the way that they've done this weapon. Look at that. So I think that the first thing that we see here, these are charged shells, if I would have to guess, because you hear the charge sound of it charging up, like, look. So that's like 3 charges of a charged shell. That would be my interpretation of the first thing that they show here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that's what I get from this. Gunlance. Weapon with long reach and the ability to fire explosive shells. So, can I just point out that I love the sound? I don't know if this is wide shelling or what type of shelling this Gunlance got going, but like, I love the meaty, punchy sounds that you are getting from these shells. As a matter of fact, I would say one of the biggest upgrades in Wilds has actually been sound. Like, I've always loved sound in Monster Hunter games, but for whatever reason, the OST is capturing me so much more this time around. And again, I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter soundtrack, but like the soundtrack on this one is just speaking to me. And now I'm listening to the big, punchy, meaty sounds of shells. They sound phenomenal. Okay, what is this? This is like some shelling sidestep business that's going on here. I love this. Imagine this with a Vade extender, bro. This is crazy. So you can shell as you move out of the way. I wonder how that works. But goddamn, that just seems like it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Like, you don't just get out of the way. You shell out of the way. I love it. Also, what is this move? Is this maybe a follow-up to the shell sidestep? It's probably a follow-up. So the shell sidestep is probably a combo that you can follow up with like a close-up. And then you have a third follow-up here. Oh my god, dude! Oh! And then you have, this seems like a Wormstake follow-up. So this usually, you can do Wormstakes after full bursts. It just so happens that this looks like an aerial full burst. I think that this might involve, no, it can't involve focus mode because it didn't show. Every time they've shown focus mode so far, they've always shown the targeting reticule so that you know, oh, in this scene we're using focus mode. They're not doing it this time around. So this is just like an aerial combo thing that they got going and then following it up with a Wormstake. Love that Wormstake, by the way. Also, something that I'm very blessed to have noticed is that, hey, there is not a single showing of Wyvern Stake Blast in this whole presentation. Yes! But yeah, this looks really cool. I don't know how this combo is going to work, but this just screams Gunlance to me. Like, I actually like it a lot. It's a moveset that really, it really speaks to the strengths of the weapon, the utilizing of shelling, which I don't know if people are aware or not, depending on how much you played World of Iceborne and all that. But at the end of Iceborne, the most efficient way of playing the Gunlance was Slaplance, which means not using shelling. I'm hoping that's not where we land. I'm hoping that the balancing of the weapon works properly this time around. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Also, I love that each hit of the Wormstake, the monster is reacting to it. Not to mention that the Wormstake looks way cooler because it's not just a knife that you stab onto the monster. It actually stays there and look, it's like... I love that. Guard even against even the most powerful of attacks. And we have some type of a parry. I'm not sure if this is like maybe last minute blocking. Wait, did that look like Adept Guard? I don't think that looked like Adept Guard, right? I think it's just a regular block, but it seems like maybe if you block at the very last second, you can do a parry? Utilize a variety of powerful shell-based attacks. Wait, was he charging that? Because, yep, that was the charged shell that we saw at the start. Watch. You can move while charging shells! And is he blocking while they're moving? Are they blocking while? Oh my god! Because the shield is up while they're doing that. Wonder if charged shells get block. That's a Wyvern Fire right there. That Wyvern Fire is long. I'm actually suspecting that the Wyvern Fire is charged. I'm not sure, but that was a very lengthy Wyvern Fire. And on top of it, it didn't seem like the character was blocking whilst doing it. Now, Wyvern Fire and Wold and Iceborne, you're not blocking while you're doing it. But during Rise, they decided to change it so that you can Wyvern Fire more offensively. So you can sit in the monster's face while he's about to attack, and you can load up a Wyvern Fire. And BAM! I don't know if that's what's happening here, because it didn't seem like the shield was positioned properly for it. Like, you can see the shield's a little bit off to the side. Maybe she's blocking, maybe she's not. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we also just, like, I almost skipped a couple of things here, but we have just traditional full burst. Yep, upswing, downswing, full burst. Yeah, this has to be a charged Wyvern Fire. So Wyvern Fire, traditionally, you just press the buttons, skill goes off. I think that you'll probably be able to hold down on one of the buttons, probably the block button from Wyvern Fire. And so long as you keep pressing it, it'll charge it up, almost like a greatsword. You know, like when the greatsword charges up its stuff. So you might be able to do faster Wyvern Fires, or maybe this time around they just consider, no, we're gonna make the Wyvern Fire deal a serious amount of damage, because Wyvern Fire, despite all of the effects and all of that stuff, the damage of Wyvern Fire is not particularly impressive. Like a true charge slash will deal, I don't know, freaking 5 times more damage than a Wyvern Fire on average. I mean, if you go Sunbreak levels, then it's like more like more than 10 times the damage of a Wyvern Fire, right? But, you know, I'm wondering if this time around they're like, no, Wyvern Fire is your thing that you do when the monster is down, and it will actually deal a decent chunk of damage. But in order for them to justify that, I feel like if you're going to make me charge for this amount of time for Wyvern Fire, I no longer want 3 hits. So Wyvern Fire does 3 damage hits as opposed to 1. And people are like, well, who cares? It's important specifically for wake-ups, because when you're waking up, only one of the 3 hits deals the bonus damage from a wake-up. If it's just one big, chunky damage, that would be really cool. So maybe deal more damage, maybe deal one big chunker, or maybe it's charged. My suspicion is that it's charged because you can see it, but maybe it's not. I don't know. This is all just a big theory at this point. And this, bro, you don't understand how much I love this, because I love the rushing thing. One of my favorite things when I was playing Lance, just like, oh, bro, I'm just gonna run into the monster, like, I love that. And it looks like we can do that with the Gunlance now, bro. Look at this. And this is a focus attack, apparently. Use focus mode, target monsters' wounds and weak points. So this is clearly going to be like our focus attack. Which is kind of weird, because I would expect our focus attack to be more about explosions, but it looks like you just load up a wyvern, a wormstake, which we see exactly the way it works, but you just make it spin in the Gunlance, and you just charge into the monster. And I'm assuming at the end it still sticks them with it, even though they don't really show it. But this is fantastic. Look at this. I absolutely love that. Wait. Whoa. See, this is what I mean about this thing. Like, this is my main weapon. I know all of its moves, and it's so much different than everything we've seen so far. Look at this friggin' thing. So we get a worm stake, right? That's just a regular old worm stake. Now we're getting a quick worm stake reload, which, by the way, these don't exist except on Sunbreak if you use guard reload. I don't know if this is a guard reload, because look at how the shield is glowing. So this might... It's Valor Wait, was it called Valor Reloading? Which one had the guard point? I forget if it was Valor Reloading or Adept Reloading. I think Valor Reloading had the guard point, right? I don't know. It's been a while since I've played GU. But, like, This 100% has a block in this reload. Watch. Shield glows white. That's a block. She carefully positions the shield in a blocking position. So this is our guard reload. Oh my god, and it's so much more stylish. It's a guard... No, it's just straight up guard reload from Sunbreak. It just has a different animation because guard reload also reloaded the worm stake. So guard reload reloads the worm stake, and then it does the downward... Oh my god, I need to... the thing is, I don't understand how this downward thing works because they did it earlier with the upward. This reminds me a little bit of aerial AoE shelling. So like if you jump into the air with a Gunlance and you press the shelling button, he'll go like this side swipe thing, and it explodes all over the place. Looks like you can do that from the ground now, and you can do it not only from down to up, but also from up down. And that's what it's doing here. And then instantly applies the worm stake. So it's implying that like, hey, we have a special reload that you can do that will give you guard reload with worm stake. And what's that? This one is probably the wound finisher. Either that or it's one of the... You can also like charge with your drawn attack, or you know, the attack where you just run forwards and your front and triangle. And then you can channel a charge shell in the middle of that, and you can finish off with that. And it would look somewhat similar to this, I think. But no, I think it's just a new attack. I think this is the wound finisher, maybe. This is fantastic. I could not possibly be any more hyped than I am for this weapon. This looks like it might be the best iteration of Gunlance they've ever done. I absolutely love it. Capcom's been cooking with my favorite weapon, and it looks good. I actually suspect that charged shells may block because of the position of the shield. Oh my god, so many different playstyles. And this side hop, this shelling side hop, dude. This is like the best thing ever. And look at how fast these worm stakes come off. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. But that's going to be it. Love you guys. Thank you all very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you want to see more of these weapon overview breakdowns, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, bell notification icon, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe. Peace out.